All right. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, and however you choose to identify yourself, we're here. You're welcome. Appreciate you tuning in. So tonight we're going to be doing some. We're going to be finalizing the edit that we started on Monday with the behind the scenes from the photo shoot with Tom Angeletti, the photographer. Miss Genevieve Effa, the model, and Luz Marie, the makeup artist, and last but not least, Miss Gracie McCarran, the assistant. So you've seen some snippets and stuff today. We're going to be kind of wrapping that up. So with it, we're going to be kind of adding some fun stuff to it, some fun touches. Get a little into some VFX. Um, what else we're gonna dive into? Some sounds. We're gonna add some sound effects in there again. And last but not least, we're gonna talk a little bit more, not too much more. We're gonna show you some more examples of the Roto Brush 2. And then also we're gonna dabble a little bit with the content aware field. So if you're not familiar with any of those, this might be a good one for you to tune into. But without further ado, go ahead and get things rolling. So let's see here. So I hope everyone is having a great evening. Hope the week has been well. It's a nice hump day, you know. So let's see. So let's see here. Let's see here. So right now we have I'm gonna go ahead and play where we're at so you guys can get it on. Kind of get brought up to speed. So you see the edit. And we're gonna go ahead and finish everything up. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it through and we will start.
She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Baby, don't try, just stop it. You should know that I got options. I be fly like I live in the cockpit. Mess around with the money, get drop kick. Only one in the city to pop quick. Never cared about being your top 10. Got a house in the hills, can you top this? I came from where them boys do you top list. It get crazy around here in my section. All of my ops get to stepping. Know how long I have prayed for these blessings. Took my L's and turned them to lessons. I go take it, I'm not in the begging. If I'm breaking bread, it's only with the brethren. I need to talk, cause that's where I'm heading. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down.
All right, so that's where we're at here. So basically, what we're gonna do, what my idea is to do to kind of cap this end space off here, and we're gonna create like a sort of montage. So we're gonna start with some photography, some more of the photos that Tom snapped, and we're gonna kind of build to a point of that, and then we're basically essentially gonna reverse the edit. So almost as if going backwards to the beginning. So if it's toying with that, or either kind of flipping it and ending with the photos, and kind of when we get to this point here, it cycles back. But last minute, I kind of switched just because I like here your last frame that we see here is the camera with our model right here, Genevieve, and then going into the photos. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. And then we're going to basically just kind of run it back, and it's going to be real quick. Like I wanted to kind of build like in momentum. So by the time we get down to here, like you may not even be able to really comprehend what's going on, just because I want the pace to move just like really, really quick, like boom. And so then it'll go speed ramp, not necessarily a speed ramp, but just really, really quick edits. And then it's going to stop right here with my tag. So that's kind of where we're at. And so one of the ideas I'm going to point out that I wanted to do, and this is where we'll kind of get into some of the content of Weirfield stuff and some masking and all that. Also, too, I want to point out this is because I'm doing a lot of kind of heavier effects, and my computer's humming a little bit, or not humming. It's been fine now, but it normally is because this is normally like high res footage. I made proxies. This is something that we talked about last um, stream, was making proxies. So I went ahead and did that, attached them and everything. So I have my proxies toggled here. So the computer is just, everything's been flowing a lot smoother, even with throwing a bunch of effects, because I am going to put a lot of effects once we get down into here and we finish pretty much our foundational layer. And just want to keep everything flowing as smooth as possible. There's nothing more annoying than being in the middle of a workflow and you're limited because of, you know, your computer's performance. All right, so one thing we're going to try to do with the content and where it feel, this is obviously a light, this is behind the scenes, but I want to see if we can make this as clean as possible. So I got a couple ideas. We're going to either A, mask our model out and have that larger, or B, keep the red and remove this C-stand here. So that's one thing we're going to tinker. Kind of like the idea though of masking her out, because it'll kind of give this effect like it'll just be her on top of her in the background there, and then boom, it's going to cut here to this. Something to do that. So that's one thing. That's another thing we're going to do with that. And let's see what else. What are some other things I want?
Just stop it. You should know that I got options. I be fly like I live in the cockpit. Mess around with the money, get drop kick. Only one in the city to pop quick. Never cared about being.
Alright, so I think for now we're gonna go ahead and start kind of in sequence. And let's see. Alright, so let's see here. So first thing we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and replace with After Effects, and the other thing that I'm gonna do is change my window capture, so that way you guys can see it. So now you guys should be able to see After Effects here. Now we got After Effects loaded up. Oops. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and just pre-compose. All right, so now we gotta create a mask. Oops, it is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just mask out all around here. And this doesn't have to be incredibly perfect. We just want to make sure that whole object is selected. So we're gonna go all the way up, all the way over, down, boom. All right, so what we need to do, we need to fix it down here, and there we go. So now we have that masked. I'm gonna add another one there. Content aware fill. And so where's our mask here? Gonna delete the first mask. No. All right, so then we're gonna change this to subtract. And actually, we're gonna go none for now. So what we need to do is detract this mask. All right, so oopsies, no, I don't need a new mask. All right, so now we just need to adjust our track points to make sure that our mask is still following our object that we're going to be removing here. And this is honestly the most tedious part about all of this, and I'm not going to be uber picky just because I know it should remove this fairly well. Like the background is super simple, it's red. So let's see. And we're just going to continue to track forward there. And we're just going to readjust the mask ever so slightly just to make sure that it continues to track out the object that we need, like I said. And you're going to do this until you get to the end of your frame. No. All right, come on. And so this is honestly one of the most tedious parts of doing any of this. This is, traditional masking. But the results are pretty dope as long as everything works according to how I am planning. Doesn't always work out that way, but hey, we'll see. But as this continues to go, what this is basically going to do, we just need this mask to completely follow the subject through the length of the clip that we're using here. And just about where we need it to be. Sorry for the awkward silences. It's part of the process. I don't get to listen to music when I'm doing this because there's music that's going to be playing in the background of the edit, obviously. All right, so let's go ahead and play some more here. All right. And I think it's doing that. Yep. All right. So we weren't even working with the clip that we need to be working with, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's do this again. I'm going to add a new mask here. Like I said, I am not the most familiar. Oh, shiitake. All right, so what we're gonna do is gonna start all the way over. Nope. And all we're gonna do is just gonna bounce back to Premiere. We're gonna Control Z, undo, and we're gonna right click, and we're gonna replace with After Effects composition. After Effects is gonna then open back up. You guys will notice see in a blank screen. I get it. And boom, there we go. So now we're back in action. So we're just gonna kind of start over, so to speak, because I messed up. Womp womp womp. Happens to the best of us. All right, so now boom, we're here. We're on our composition. This is the one we need to be working with. We're going to select the pen tool, and we're going to go ahead and create this mask. I was wondering what was up because I was like, this is not that long of a clip. It should be really, really short. And this should be incredibly easy to do. And it was not being incredibly easy to do. So you live and you learn. All right, so now we have that like such. Right click here. There's our mask. Now it's doing what we needed to do. So we're going to subtract. And now we're going to play this. So we got to get this mask to follow what this clip is doing. So when it gets here, we need to make this baby move. Shiitake. Can I go hand tool? Nope, can't do that either. All right, so what we're going to do is this. Make sure they're good there. Back to our pen tool. Oh, goody. And then we're going to make that follow that like such. So now if you look over here, just added a keyframe. And so, oopsies. So come down here again. Oops. Oh. Oh. No. I'm just going to move this in again. And then come here. That's the last point that it's going to let us. No, we don't want to do that. I'm going to do that there. All right, so now we have all our keys. And it follows it pretty smooth. It's jumping off somewhere though. It's the beginning. So what we need to do, oops, we need to fix the beginning. This is important. All right, so now it follows it as we need it to do. So now next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna come over here, click content aware fill, and we'll go 4 now for expansion. We're filling an object, and I want to go ahead and generate the fill layer. And it should be pretty straightforward. CPU, depending on what kind of power you're working with, is going to take a little bit of time. I know I've mentioned my specs on mine before, but I'm working. My PC setup is a HP Omen pre-built. I have the i9 processor with a 2080 Ti graphics card. It's pretty, pretty powerful. It does what it needed to do when I needed to do it for the most part. Some stuff, I do have issues on, but proxies, work with proxies and manipulate your footage down to where it's more manageable. So there's always a workaround. And boom, look at this, look at there. It got rid of pretty well, did pretty well. Like, I don't know what this jazz is down here. It looks pretty nasty. But I don't know if there's anything we can even do about that. No, that's pretty whack. Garbage boo-boo. But yeah, I think it looks way better than having that massive C-stand there. It put Genevieve on there a lot. So I don't like how that looks. So maybe on the alpha expansion, maybe we go 0. And try this again and generate the field layer. Let it analyze, take a few seconds. There is another method that we can use to do the same process. It's not a method that I've tried before, so I'm not going to try and fail miserably in front of you guys on camera. Plus, I wouldn't be able to utilize my normal resources and tools that I normally do, which is hop on YouTube and search for whatever it is that I'm trying to do. Simple, I know. You guys can do it too. Teach yourself anything. But yeah, so I normally will pull up a YouTube search and find a video with someone that's out there that is doing whatever it is that I'm trying to do. There's a ton of people out there that explain stuff a lot better than most people. And I watch it, take my time with it, and I learn step by step by spacebar, slide over, put another window open, and do it. Go right along. Or I'll pull it up on my TV, on my Apple TV, and just pause. And as they go along, I'm doing and practicing the same things. So I'm not able to do all that while I'm on camera, so I'm not going to go through the headaches of trying to, try a process that I haven't tried before. It's long and short. But generally, this is how you're able to remove a lot of things out of your footage. Generally, again, I know it doesn't always work, but like in this case, we're not going to use that. That looks horrible. So give me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and pop back over into Adobe Premiere. Oh, shoot. DB Nathan asked me if I want to become famous. Holy smokes. Do I want to become famous and buy lots of followers? No, I'm cool. All right, so as we see here, this is the footage that we just had moved over to. We had just moved over into Adobe After Effects. So what we're going to need to do with this is Control Z, and boom, it's back to what we started with originally. So now the one idea that we were trying to work on with the content aware field did not work. It failed miserably. But we're going to try something else. This time what we're going to do, we're going to pop back into Adobe After Effects. And had I thought about this, I would not have changed my window capture. But it was good. I need to show you guys that just what to do with your footage if you're unable to see it. So now come on, baby, baby. Go back to the same, replace that. Okay, now come on now. So I'm trying to get my Streamlabs to recognize that I have After Effects open. And it doesn't want to play friendly. Come on now. I need you to work with me. Alrighty. Come on. Alright, so give me a second. What we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just close because you guys need to be able to see this. It's kind of pointless if you can't see what's going on. So same thing again here. We're going to just undo this. Right click, replace with After Effects composition. All right, so we're gonna replace the same thing. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, y'all. Dougie Fresh, y'all. And I'll be damned. For whatever reason, it still does not want to switch over. So, sorry, guys. This is kind of boo boo. Ah, there we go. Struck gold, baby. Maybe. Did it switch? Come on, come on. Alright, so let's see here. You guys be patient with me. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see what we're actually doing, what I'm doing here in After Effects. Otherwise, this is pointless because it's the whole point of this. Bear with me, bear with me. Gee, man. Oopsies. Yeah, we were working fine for a minute there. I'm not sure what happened, guys. I sincerely apologize about this. This is pretty wet. Let me see if I can get another window going. Yeah, I do not know why it's not allowing. This is nuts. This is incredibly frustrating. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna make this quick. All I'm gonna do really quick here is I'm going to, in After Effects, I'm gonna mask out the model Genevieve here, and we're gonna bring it over and replace this clip. I apologize. I don't know why it's allowing me to switch over so you guys can see what I'm actually doing in After Effects. It is, I'm not even gonna get started. But anyways, all we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and pre-compose everything, move it over into where we want it to go. We're gonna utilize Roto Brush 2, and we're gonna double click, and we're just gonna draw around our subject that we're masking out. Select what we don't want, and refine our edge as best as we can get it, and then we go through our exporting process. You guys aren't able to see my export either, but hey, it's okay. You're here, and that's all that counts. Special to my heart. All right, so all I'm doing is I want to get this edge as best I can, as far as on our model. You want your mask to get it as close as you can possibly get, especially in the initial frame. The better you get it on the initial frame, the better I've noticed that Roto Brush 2 will track it. And then we can export. So I think we got it good. No, not the tracker. All right, excellent. So now that we have our object track master, we're going to freeze it, and it's going to freeze our mask that we just generated, and then it's going to remove it. So what we're going to do really quick is we're just going to make some adjustments. I'm going to add 25% feather, just what I go to, 20, 20, 25. I'm going to shift the edge some, and then I've also adjusted the chatter, reduced the chatter a bit. So now I have that where I want it. What we're going to do is export this. And again, I apologize. I don't know why I'm unable to show this, so that way you guys are able to see exactly what I'm doing over in After Effects. But I promise you it's nothing too crazy. So now we're almost back to where you guys can see what I'm doing. We're exporting our image that we just made the animation for. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, so as you guys know, I have my presets to where I export everything, and unfortunately, I had an update and it deleted my freaking preset. So I'm not happy about this at all, because I just keep getting hit with surprises that I was not prepared for. All right, so on this export, we're changing our format to QuickTime. Preset you set to under your video codec to custom. Let's see what else. Not gonna make any adjustments to anything on pretty much anything else. And to be honest, I'm probably gonna have to do this a couple times just because I don't know if this is gonna be right. Because this is one of those things that I was seeking help on myself. So hopefully this all works out okay. And this export does what I needed to do because I'm gonna be upset if not. I don't know why. Just because I updated, it didn't bring my settings over. Let me see if I can find my presets. Have to export my presets next time. Yep, it didn't bring. I'll be all right. So fingers crossed, guys. Let's go for this. It's taking too much time on this. I'm gonna make sure it's going to the right folder, which it is not. I don't know why it wants to keep putting in that folder. I've changed it 100 different times. We need it to go to this folder here. All right, fingers crossed. It's exporting, guys. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope. We don't want any background. We have a background, and this is all for naught. Yeah, bro. I'm frustrated, man. But we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it do what it do, baby. We're gonna make it do what it do. Hey, well, okay. So, like I said, After Effects will do this, but we don't want that After Effects one. It looks great, right? You know, excellent. But we don't want this After Effects image here. The reason why we don't want this one is because let's say we have to close out because as we know, we've seen Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere will crash on you. It will cause all kind of headaches. As a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and save now. So if for whatever reason we need to close out in here and we open this project back up again, it is not going to find this file. I don't know how to get it to do that. It does this to me all the time. It's super frustrating. So I export out my animations and I bring them in individually. Is what I found the easiest, most headache-free way to do it. So I'm going to continue to do that until I learn something that's a little bit better for my workflow. You dig? But now I'm just gonna go ahead and find where I exported that out and really hope and pray that it did what I needed it to do. And moment of truth. Let's bring this baby in. And it did exactly what I thought it was gonna do. It messed me up. So I'll be all right. So for the sake of time and me getting any more pissed off than I already am, we're just gonna leave this where it's at. So what we're gonna do, and I don't even like how this is looking. Not surprised. So the edge didn't get clean enough. So what we're gonna do, since we do have After Effects open still, and this didn't do anything that I was wanting to do anyways, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can clean this up. And I doubt that we're able to just because of we already frozen this clip. There we go. So what we're gonna do is just pretty much redo our roto process that you guys can't see again. But that's all we're doing. We're just gonna fix up this because I don't want it looking tacky. We're not gonna do it, and it looks just miserable. That's not how we do things. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, so I can't get that close. Can I get that? Can I get that? Let me get that. so now we're just gonna continue. And I think we got that about as good as we're gonna do that. Okay, so
coming too fast for me.
we see the effect.
Coming too fast for me.
Man, what are you doing? Like, come on, man. All right, so look at this. It's still doing some weird stuff. I guess this wouldn't be one without headaches, right? So it is what it is. We just make it work. But this is not doing at all as it should be doing. I don't know why it's cutting off at the beginning here when everything here is normal. This is the very beginning of that clip. Nothing's chopped off. It shouldn't be doing anything. And that's another reason why I would export that clip out. So, so it's being weird altogether. So what we need is to do, I want this clip to be bigger, but I need it to be scaled correctly. So we're gonna want 25. We're gonna 150, I'm sorry. I'm gonna scale it down. So when it ends here, it's 100.
It's coming too fast for me.
Yeah. So
Slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Down, cause it's coming too fast for me. It's coming too fast for me. Coming too fast for me. If I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Baby, don't try, just stop it. You should know that I got options. I be fly like I live in the cockpit.
So yeah, we're not
mess around with the money, get drop kick. Only one in the city to pop quick. Never cared about being your top 10. Got a house in the hills, can you top this? I came from where them boys that you top. Listen, get crazy around here in my section. All of my ops get to stepping. Know how long I have prayed for these blessings. Took my L's and turned them to lessons. I go take it, I'm not in the begging. If I'm breaking bread, it's only with the brethren. I need to top, cause that's where I'm heading. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it.
Alright, so yeah, what we're gonna do to alleviate some of my frustration, we're gonna jump right into some of this. Hopefully all this works out okay and does not give us any more headaches. So basically what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna kind of build that montage piece. And what we'll do, we'll build the montage piece, and I'll probably go ahead and close out with that just because I'm gonna have to do a bunch of other stuff to get everything back working as it should. Unfortunately, I apologize for that. There's no worries though. We'll just pick it up on the next stream. And what we'll do hopefully there is spend a little bit more time in After Effects, specifically more thoroughly going over Rotor Brush, more thoroughly going over some content aware fill and actually getting some stuff that works and really showing you how that works. Because once you get content aware fill to work, you know, it's a game changer. I've actually been able to remove whole people out of frames and particular scenes and stuff. So it's super helpful, and it's great to know. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it eventually. Unfortunately, just don't want to cooperate tonight, so we're not gonna sit and beat it up and waste a bunch of time trying to figure out what's going on for whatever reason. Just don't want us to work on that, so we're not. Without that, without further ado, let's go ahead and build this kind of montage piece. We have roughly 20 seconds. And I want to add a lot of footage in that 20-second period. So let's go.
You gotta slow it down.
So take this. We haven't used this clip yet.
Want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl.
And don't worry, these are gonna seem really boring in the beginning, but once we kind of begin to build it and add the sound design underneath, and we begin to layer it with some effects and a little bit of action and movement in there, it's gonna add a lot more life to this end piece here, and all this will make sense. So the whole like feel of the edit, I just want people, I want the entire edit to be taking you somewhere, to kind of be pulling you into something. So that's kind of my goal in this, and kind of ending it with this countdown. Like, I want, to have this ramp up experience, through the edit, and you're seeing all these beautiful shots, and you're seeing the slow mo and all of that. And then it goes boom, and the hard transitions into the photos, and it's kind of slow. And then it kind of goes, and it takes you back to the beginning almost. So you're seeing the process again, and then just boom, you close it out. So that's the theme, of the kind of feel, the concept that I've come up with for the edit that I want to do, or how I want to edit this one in particular.
You gotta slow it down, girl.
So let's see. Just trying to do some page sharing real quick so y'all know what's going down. You guys can see it live. Da, 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 45, 47. All right. All right, live stream editing going on. All right, boom. So now we're good. We're back focused, locked in. So we have.
She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl. You moving too fast.
So we're gonna make these quick, and so show you a little trick too. I don't know if we talked about this before, but we're gonna show you something. So I'm gonna go back to my overlay folder. I'm gonna come down here, and all this is just a new item button here. It's just like a piece of paper with a little fold on the end. We're going to select color matte. We're going to get a new color matte option. We're going to click OK. And with the color picker, we're going to take our dropper here, and we're going to select the background there. And we're going to name that back red, because I have a bunch of these. And then we're just going to take that and we drop it right there. And it kind of almost blends in with the background almost perfectly. So we'll just bring that down. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to copy both of these, and we're going to nest these items together. Excuse me. So when you nest a subject, or not a subject, but if you nest a couple clips, you'll see them turn green, and you can double click and you can see what you put together. And basically all it does, it just kind of joins them or groups them together. And then it allows you to add effects, and it affects everything that's in this particular nest sequence.
Slow it down, girl, you moving too fast.
So like anything that we do to this nest sequence, it'll automatically affect everything in the nest, which is pretty dope. So
pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving.
Kind of reminds me, if you're familiar with editing, like in DAWs or digital audio workstations, and you utilize Adobe, not Adobe, but Ableton, it reminds me of grouping. So it's the same concept.
But I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl.
I'm just gonna keep building on these photos pretty much until we run out of photos that were unused already.
Down, girl, you moving too fast.
that size. So let's see. Gonna come back to our overlay folder. We're gonna take this back red. It looks like the same red there, and it's slightly different. So what we'll do, see if any of these work. No, slightly different. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll make a new color matte. Click OK. Select the dropper and select that. Red 7. We'll call you Red 7. I don't know how many reds we got over here. But look at here. Now we're gonna select those two together and we're going to nest.
Slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me.
And go back to our photos.
Moving too fast for me.
See where we're at on time. So yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. So now we're going to come back over to, let us say we come back over to our overlays. We're not going to keep going through reds. We're going to see, we're just going to keep making new color mattes and just work it like that, easier. Call the last one red 7, call you red 8. Red 8, put you right here. And nest these two together.
You moving too fast for me. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me.
And we're probably going to change up some of the sequence on those photos. I don't like how they look, like right after the other. I think we're going to take this one. This is going to probably be the last photo we're going to use. I don't know even know if we've used this. Sorry, I'm trying to decide where I want that clip to go. It's definitely going to get moved, that's for sure. I'm going to change it up just to make it look like it flows a little bit better. Everything is about, making things flow, It's, shit, Taki, messed up. Uh-oh, what did I just do? New color, man. But yeah, it's about making things flow and being able to kind of have this concept, so to speak, in your mind and being able to have the ability to take the viewers there, through whatever your medium or format is. That's what I think makes an artist. Whether it's music, whether it's, poetry, whether it's paint, whatever it is, if you're able to convey an idea or a concept and take, whoever is viewing or experiencing your art, you're able to take them someplace. That's what makes you a true artist. And that's ultimately what my goal is. Like I I want to be able to, what I classify
You gotta slow
as a true artist, I want to be able to classify myself that to
down.
my own standards. So that's what I like to do with all of my edits. So what I push myself to do, even if it's something simple, is like I want you to feel something. You know, if I'm editing a lookbook, it's a certain way that I want you, you know, as a viewer to feel when you see the lookbook, you know, or the model videography stuff, or even if it's a video about like absolutely nothing, like if it's just about something simple, it's a story that's in it, and I want you to feel it. You know, I want you to feel it in the edits and the effects and stuff that I use. You know, all of that is used to convey a message or a story, or it could be, it can be, and I try to use it all to my advantage.
You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me.
All right, so
You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Moving too fast for me.
get it on time, and it might just work, might just work. All right, so that's one thing about when you utilize nested sequences. Your nest is not going to move further than your footage that's within the nest. So as you just seen before, I was trying to move this and extend it out, but I couldn't because the footage in the nest, excuse me, was shorter than what I had the length in there to do. So simple fix, all you do is go in here, extend your footage out if you have the ability to do so, and you can adjust your nest accordingly.
Gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it.
Okay, so now,
If I'm breaking bread, it's only with the brethren. I need to talk, 'cause that's where I'm heading. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it.
so now we're gonna go ahead and start to build down into this montage. I'm gonna kind of start to speed things up a bit because by the time we get to here, we really need to be having our end clip that we're going to use, like the final clip that the viewers are going to see needs to be there. So in all actuality, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and, nope, I'm not going to do that. Just thinking maybe we're going to look and add our end clip, but I need the pace to be a certain way. So I'm not going to do that yet.
Fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they break down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me. She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta told her to pass the key.
So let's see here. We're going to come back over to footage here. Hmm. Let's see what I want to do. All right, about where we at here? 112, 129. So I'm trying to do is think now how I want to kind of blend and kind of build on this whole concept. Like thinking, do I go back again through additional clips from the shoot? And then when we get to a point here, that's when we switch back to the makeup, speeds and ramps out. I think that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that. Da 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 da. Can I incorporate that? Telling you guys, a lot of this is about just combing through this repeatedly to find something that you probably missed. You looked at it, 100 times, but in 110th time, you see it or you notice it. And you say, hey, that's a piece I was looking for to fit right perfectly in this puzzle. Or an expression, anything, you know what I mean? You just, you dig, you dig, you dig, you push, you click, you comb through. And eventually you land upon some gold. So ideally, I want to see if there's any more unused, like kind of tighter shots of Genevieve that I have that I can hopefully maybe use. I use a lot of them though in the actual edit, so I don't know how many we're gonna get lucky and find. I think this one is gonna work. I'll take that. Let's see. Thank you very much. All right, so now I'm gonna zoom in. I can show you some keyboard tricks that I can tell you guys. You don't have to have anything special about. You can zoom quickly in and out by pressing and holding Alt and using your jog wheel on your mouse. So it helps like a lot. Just kind of being able to quickly scroll through your timeline because this will make your timeline go large or small rather quickly. So if you want to zoom in or zoom out, press and hold your Alt key and scroll. If you want to just kind of go up and down the timeline as such, just use your jog wheel. So I'm going to punch in here.
Nobody did it.
And get those attributes that we use for the same clip. I'm going to copy the attributes from this clip, paste them down here on this clip. And boom, we don't have to do anything except just make this a little bit more exciting.
Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me.
And we're not looking for too much for this. Like I said, I just need some sort of filler. And I want to probably get to about here. And we're going to switch back to some makeup shots, and we're going to quickly ramp down through those. Paste attributes, same ones from before. Love it. Make that larger.
For me, nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me.
So, ba-da-da-da. Let's see. So I love catching expressions and such like that. And so we're going to find out how I want to incorporate that in to the edit here. Like which particular part.
Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it. Asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast.
Okay, so let me see.
You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna use this, and we're gonna make our switch, and then we're gonna go, and we're gonna see how this idea pans out. It may work, or maybe another garbage idea. We don't know until we know. But that's part of doing this. Trial and error, baby. Trial and error.
Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. It's coming too fast.
So I'm gonna move the position on this too, because I want it to end with a different kind of perspective than just the.
For me, nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
Okay. So.
Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me. Wonder, they asking me. So they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
Actually, we're gonna do something neat with this. We're going to not gonna nest it. We're going to reverse this clip. We're going to also turn the opacity on this clip down to 65.
Asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
And I actually do not like that at all. Nope, still don't like it. So I don't like how that looks. So what we're gonna do, we're going to come back to the reverse. We're gonna unreverse it. And we're gonna offset it though.
Me, if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Asking me, if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Me, if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
And so we're gonna do this a few times. For each opacity, we're gonna drop down by a good bit and just see how this looks.
If I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. If I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast.
And we'll stop it on beat.
Me, if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. If I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Like this, so they wonder, they asking me. If I can.
And I don't like it, so boom, delete.
Me, if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me. If I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
So I'll come back to the makeup. Like I said, these are gonna be quick. Like I'm probably watch. We'll see. So I'm gonna start making everything about the same length.
Down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
I don't know how these.
Cause it's coming too fast for me. Fast for me. Too fast for me.
And so just to continue what I was talking about earlier, wanting to take people places with the edit. Like I want the whole point of this edit here. Like I want, you know, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I want you guys to tell me when we post this edit and we share this with you guys. I want to get feedback on that. I want to see what you guys feel when you watch it.
I came up from the bottom.
And if it's not what I'm thinking, then I didn't do my job.
Fast for me.
And so I'm gonna show you guys, tell you guys something. So, like I said, I'm gonna have all these clips that I'm putting in now. They're gonna stop at a particular time. They're gonna boom, 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 boom. So how that's gonna work is they all have to be a particular duration. So you can't see it for whatever reason. You guys aren't able to see this, but the duration on all these are gonna be 15/10 of a second. So,
Too fast for me.
and I just want to kind of pull you further into the whole experience of this here. Oh, you gotta be kidding, man. Come on now. It's frustrating. Alright, so this has been doing this all day. Adobe, fix this, please. Like, for real, for real. Like, I don't know if this is my computer. I don't know what this is. But audio's playing fine.
Too fast for me.
But for whatever reason, you can't see video. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna save this. And we'll close out of Adobe real quick. Premiere back up. Y'all staring at a blank screen. Give it a second. Let me get my sip on. All right, so while this is loading up, I hope you're having a good time out there. Because I'm having the time of my life. And I hope it honor you. Because Alright, so boom. Now we rolling. And okay, After Effects. Well, I didn't close After Effects, so it didn't go boo boo on me.
Coming too fast.
Or whatever.
Like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. I kept my cause it's coming too fast for me. I kept my fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. Fast for me. I came up from the for me.
Alright, so we're on clip 163. Yeah, y'all thought the same thing I did. I was about to flip out. Like, I know that baby didn't cut off again on me now. Like, don't do me like that. All right, 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 all right. And again, these are all gonna be 15 tenths of a second. So this is a break from my normal way of editing to the beat. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be new. It's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be awesome. At least I hope. Now we're gonna be doing it again. Figure something else out. So I hope the more that we do these, that people tune in and they get the inside feel on editing and all that goes into the stuff, like even just on the back end that you don't even see on the front end side of, the whole video process, because I know some people get almost offended at people's rates. I haven't had that experience. I just get a lot of people that, would be really excited until they see that number come across sometimes, and then I just don't get a call back and all that jazz. And it's not bashing anybody, I get it, but this is why. This is the long and short of that. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. Tom said this is why everybody says I'm a singer because my singing early. See, I wasn't even trying, man. I'm just out here messing around, man. Y'all don't really want to see me sing on here, man. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings, man. It might turn this bad boy into American Idol, man. We ain't trying to do all that now. But your boy like to sing, man. Especially if it's a song I like. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. I don't even. Y'all give me something to sing, man. I sing this bad boy. But yeah, man. So that's what I was saying earlier. That's why we set our prices at the prices that we set them at. It's not to offend anyone or anything like that. But it's a lot that goes into this to make this final product look something that's worthwhile. And I know for one, I know Tom's the same. We both don't take this lightly. It's just something that we're really passionate and serious about, and we want to make sure that we give you the best quality that we we had the capability to give you. So I ain't ask you nothing, man. So you need to mind our business. All right, so let's see how we're looking now.
They wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me.
Goodness gracious. All right, so I don't like the colors here. It's a little too. There we go. They were a little too cool. And I was gonna say I don't know what's up with this first clips, but I do know why they're drastically different and stuff color wise. Zunder on this side of our studio, it wasn't as much natural lighting coming in. Excuse me. There was probably like 4 or 5 different light sources at this point. There was on our model. I'm pretty sure there was I know there was one Godox 60 that was super close, kind of makeup style, just to give Luz the light she needed to adequately model or light the model. Then obviously you had back here, then you had time strobes. They weren't necessarily triggering right now, but it just adds a lot of variations to the space. And so that's why kind of getting some greenish tints, man, that I'm not the biggest fan of. So we're gonna see if we can get some of that out of there. Again, I'm not exposing for that window back there. Like we got enough light here.
I came up from the bottom, now
Let's see. I'm gonna let these blacks on. Shadows. There we go.
bottom, now look at me.
All right, so let's continue on our journey. So we are making some progress. Question is, will we accomplish what we set out to accomplish before 9 o'clock? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Copy. I'm gonna paste those attributes. I like that.
Went too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now.
So let's see here. We're getting there. Sorry to keep coughing and huffing in the mic. My bad, y'all. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and bring highlights down some more. And I want you guys to really pay attention over here. Like these basic correction will take your footage a long way, man. Especially if you have good exposure and all that jazz going in. If you're not happy with your image or your colors at with your exports and all that, it's because of this right here. You're not correcting it correctly. So I do really, really basic corrections, but they go a long, long way.
Look at me now, they mad at me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me.
Yeah, we see how different our hands look. I want to see if we can get our hands to match. Just again, it's too much green. It's a little too cool.
Bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me.
You're gonna lose like 4 different colors throughout the edit. Yeah, it's gonna look crazy.
Now look at me now, they mad at me.
opinion, she's a little too red now at this point. All right, so let's keep going. So I know for certain we guys won't be a part of the sound design. I can tell you that much. Not on this edit. We're not gonna have the time we need. You might see me throw in a couple sounds, but you won't see the actual finished product. Unfortunately, you have to wait. But that adds to the anticipation. Am I right? I need an audience in the background to just yell, "Yeah!" I say some brilliant things, as I often do.
Bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me.
So now we're starting to see kind of where we're going. This makes this a little bit more challenging just because the amount of clips that we're working with right now. Like how short they are. So it's just like we're going to be using a lot more footage kind of towards the end here. But I think it's going to give, without utilizing a bunch of effects and all that, it's going to give it a dope effect, if that makes sense. Because really, once we get to probably about here, we'll start cutting these babies down, 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 down.
I cannot.
In worst case, if we need to, we can add more expressions from the shoot piece here, extend that out a little bit, and then kind of slide down that way.
Slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me.
But I do need to start picking up the speed of our transition here, because it needs to go faster. It needs to feel quick. So we probably add a couple more 15-second or 15 tenths. 15 tenths of a second clips. And then we'll start to cut that in half or kind of progress down some. And to be honest, it might not be a bad idea just to continue adding a bunch of clips at the 15. No, we'll scale it down. So probably our next step would be to go to 8 or 9 tenths, and then we'll stop it at 4 tenths of a second. And so I'll tell you guys, because you guys, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time before 9 to show you what my final idea or plan is. Like, I'm gonna add motion, just a little bit of motion to each of these clips that we're going through doing. So each clip is gonna go. So as you get to the end, and we get to the fast-paced ramping, it's gonna just be like. At least in my mind, it sounds great, right? Cheers. I'll drink to that. Like I said, things don't always go as planned, but we're gonna try.
I cannot slow it.
I'll do it and hope for the best. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I mean? Cause I'm having the time of my life. And I hope
Now they mad at me. I cannot slow. I cannot slow it down.
Come on, come on. If you haven't noticed, I love clips with emotion. With motion, does not have to have a whole lot going on, but just enough to not make it feel stale. It's got to have a little bit of something. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of, like I don't like stagnant clips. If it's something happening in the clip, or if it makes sense to be stagnant or static, ugh, then that's one thing. But a lot of times it does not, and it looks bad, and so I don't like that. Me no like, me no like.
Coming too fast for me.
Let me see if I can cheat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming to slow it down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, buddy, I like it.
I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming to slow it down.
I like it a lot. And we got another roll starring Loses Hand. And in our red corner. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Best attributes. Bojans.
Cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and start to these next clips that we had. They're gonna be about, we'll go 8/10 of a second. And honestly, what we're gonna have to do to get a feel that I needed to get, I'm gonna go back and get some more. This is gonna be my first 8/10 of a second clip. So we need one more. One variety is what I'm looking for. Different shots. I don't want it to look too stale and like, you're seeing the same thing over and over. Want it to feel a little bit different. So let's see.
I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast.
So yep.
For me.
Oh no. The lights. No, stop, stop. There. I heard that right. All right. Boom. See here, those blacks that crushed. Bring them up. No longer crushed. And now it actually looks like blacks. You can see the difference of what's going on down there.
Down, 'cause it's coming.
Yes. Gotta make sure we highlight Miss Lou's right. Let's see. Get that right there like such. Cut. Cut. And yes, those blacks are horribly crushed. Look at that. Look at our spec scopes. Elementary scopes. They look terrible. Just lift those up. Good bit there. Starting to look a little better. Ooh. Look a little red. Bring it down just a smidge. No, horrible.
It's coming too fast for me. I cannot slow it down, 'cause it's coming too fast for me.
Alright, so now let's see. Start to play through some of this. See how this is looking.
Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, 'cause it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, 'cause it's coming too fast for me. Fast for me. Fast for me.
I don't know how I'm feeling about it, guys.
For me.
I'm gonna go ahead and add some more just to see. Keep on going. I'm gonna stop right now. But yeah, this is the SL60 that we use. The SL60W. Boom, that was powering her. That was a light. And it was okay. Notice some green and all that in there now. I didn't notice before. No, Tom has pointed that out. It's kind of one of his drawbacks. He's not a fan of the Godox lights. Unfortunately. And I'm just gonna start to move. Boom. I want the highlights to go up. I need them to come down. Down, 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 down. We're going 8/10 of a second. Got that clip. We'll go back to clip 169 here. Find a different one. Our model's cracking up, having a good time per use. So look at that, man. Damn, they're right on the money, man. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, 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 alright. I don't know nothing about that one there, boy. Whoop, whoop, chicken, chicken. What is off about this? Why? So there we go. That's better. Let's keep on pushing. And I don't know how well this idea is gonna work. We're probably gonna be trimming the end up some, you dig? We're gonna be running out of clips here in a minute. It's not gonna look crazy to keep adding on here. And again, as always, you don't like something, you adjust and make changes, you know? It's not the end of the world. Improvise, adapt, figure it out. Technically, it would be overcome, but you know, same difference. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. We don't make excuses, we make solutions, you know? So we are getting there, getting there, getting there. Get in there. Alright, alright. 8 cents, 8 cents, 8 cents. Whoa. Oh, I found a good face. I'll catch the laugh, but I don't want the beginning. So we're almost at the finish line, guys. We are almost there. Almost. Almost. Don't know if we're gonna make it though. We got 13 minutes. Bum, 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 bum. What is that from? Like that's from something. Let's see how it's looking though.
Coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they ask.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm not really digging this, but we're gonna keep on at it. We're gonna finish what we started, and we're gonna see if we can make it any better. But I don't have too much hopes for this one. I think we're gonna mess around and put a whole bunch of clips here that I'm gonna be taking a bunch of time taking off because I'm not wild about. But hey. Oh. Excuse them while. This will probably be the last 8/10, and we'll probably go. I'm down to 4/10 of a second now.
So they wonder they.
Like a race against the clock. No pressure, no pressure. Is it 4/10? 4/10? Yes, you are. All right. All right. Can I tell you guys how tedious this load? This is. This is. This is a lot. I just hope that I like the end product because I'm not too sure how I'm feeling right now. So we'll keep going to about 8:55. Then we'll go ahead and kind of close out the stream, and I will continue finding and hunting and plugging in these little video clips.
They asking.
All right, so I think that is the final clip before it. Yep. So, two options. Let's see how this one. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks because I may not even have to do some adjustments.
I cannot slow it down cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder they asking me.
Need more. All right, so I want more fast-paced clips, so I'm gonna figure out how to make this like you can't even tell what's going down. So I do know this needs to be the final clip. I did find that. Found that at least. So almost know we're gonna get to the stopping point. But seeing the kind of end result somewhat gave me a lot more faith. I actually kind of like it. I ain't gonna hold you. I did kind of like it. Now that we got a little closer to the end and started to come together a little bit. Still some stuff that I'm gonna tweak because we have what, it's like 128. Almost there. We are almost there. Almost. You might see some of these same clips getting reused. It's gonna happen so quick, you ain't gonna know it. Four tens. Oh, I was right on the money. Right on the money. 4 tens. Lift the blacks just a smidge. All right, so go ahead and save here. We'll do our normal intermission deal, and we'll close the stream out, and then I'll continue to wrap this edit up. I'm at a decent place. Again, I do apologize that we weren't able to do what I originally planned to do, which was kind of honestly dabble just a little bit more into After Effects, because I wanted to do a little bit more in After Effects tonight. I wanted to show you guys a little bit more on masking, and kind of how I've been utilizing that. So give me a challenge, man. I guess I had to come and find something else that's gonna be fun to edit. Then we can mask out and do a lot of that. But yeah. So what we'll do here. We'll do this and then we'll wrap it. We'll do one final kind of playthrough. I'm sure you guys from the beginning, so any late stragglers viewing in, y'all kind of getting a little cheat because y'all gonna see the kind of end result somewhat. I'm not gonna play Tom's intro. It's the intro, super dope intro to Tom's video. But we're gonna play from right here.
She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Baby, don't try it, just stop it. You should know that I got options. I be fly like I live in the cockpit. Mess around with the money, get drop kick. Only one in the city to pop quick. Never cared about being your top 10. Got a house in the hills, can you top this? I came from where them boys do you top listen. Get crazy around here in my section.
Sorry, this is not playing smooth. In a second, I'm gonna see if we can get it play smooth just to close out for y'all, man. I invested this much time, man. You guys gotta see the end. You wanna see it somewhat smooth.
She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Baby, don't try it, just stop it. You should know that I got options. I be fly like I live in the cockpit. Mess around with the money, get drop kick. Only one in the city to pop quick. Never cared about being your top 10. Got a house in the hills, can you top this? I came from where them boys do you top listen. Get crazy around here in my section. All of my ops get to stepping. Know how long I have prayed for these blessings. Took my L's and turned them to lessons. I go take it, I'm not in the begging. If I'm breaking bread, it's only with the brethren. I need to talk, cause that's where I'm heading. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast.
Boom. So that's about rough idea how it all's gonna flow. Just obviously gotta fix this gap here.
Like this, so they wonder, they asking me.
So that's not just playing empty. You guys are gonna see a couple more clips of fast pace right there. Final image. Boom. And then that's it. So as I was saying, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in. It's been fun. It's been another pretty decent edit. Like I said, apologize again that we had so many issues and kind of a little disruption in the middle there, trying to get everything to work as it should. Couldn't show you what I was doing in After Effects fully, but we're gonna fix that on the next one hopefully. But again, super appreciative of you guys tuning in as always. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna have another live stream, another live stream photo shoot. This one's gonna be kind of different. We're gonna be shooting at the studio. Tom's got a real dope shoot set up tomorrow, so Tom's gonna get to see his behind the scene process again somewhat. And then I'll be shooting the B-roll, not B-roll, I'm sorry, some BTS of that. So it won't be a multicam live, but it'll be a dope live stream for you guys to check out tomorrow. And it'll be some dope content that we're gonna be working on with that with the models coming through. So without further ado, I appreciate you guys as always. I want to close this out and keep on working. But thank you guys. Appreciate you super much. No, it's not a word. It's no, it's incorrect.